everyone, what's up? Welcome on section 51. You are watching DOSGeek today on section 51, and today we are going to see together the 20 most famous pictures of UFOs in all our history. I believe. But this is a selection of the 20 most famous UFO photos known in our history, in the human history, okay? Not in the alien history, okay? So, how are you guys? Welcome. I hope you're fine. I hope you're well. Let's go to the web in order to discover this beautiful selection of the 20 legendary UFO photos on section 51, as always, right now. Okay. Yes, sometimes in space it can be cold. So the 20 legendary UFO photos. We are on the website liveabout.com. Alien spacecraft or hoax. Are these pictures proof of close encounters? It's an article written by Billy Booth in May 2019. We have humor, political humor, web humor, weird news, paranormal ghosts, urban legends, or category UFOs, and we are here in the category UFOs. Ancient aliens and UFOs, or unidentified flying objects, have been the stuff of legends for centuries. Modern eyewitness accounts began to surface as early as the later part of the 19th century, with reports of mystery airships appearing in US newspapers. During World War II, Allied airmen's eerie tales of encountering mysterious Foo Fighters captured our collective imagination. But it was after the Cold War that UFO sightings really took off. While the US government started monitoring the skies for evidence that the Soviets might be developing secret stealth aircraft, many people believed and continue to believe that unexplained flying phenomena were of extraterrestrial origin. Pictures of so-called UFOs were touted as proof, I don't know this word, touted, as proof that alien visitors had made their way to Earth, but even in the dark ages before Photoshop, and it was easy enough to manipulate photographic technology. Photoshop is my best friend. Yes, Photoshop. As you can see all around me. And the following stories tell of possible UFO sightings, with photographs that may or may not prove that real close encounters may be closer than you think. Maybe some of these photos are true photos and are more real than you believe. So the number one of 20 is Los Angeles, California, February the 25th of 1942. We could think it's a picture taken from the movie War of the Worlds, but this is a real photo taken in 1942, and this is the legend. At 2:25 p.m., alarm sirens installed in the event of a Japanese air raid sounded as flying objects were spotted in the skies above Los Angeles. A blackout was declared and anxious, terrified citizens followed the instructions to extinguish all lights. At 3:16 p.m., searchlights swept the skies and anti-aircraft guns opened fire on the unidentified flying objects over the Pacific. So there were many unidentified flying objects. It was not only one. Witnesses recount the formation of small red or silver-plated objects, high-speed flying at a high altitude, and was untouched by the anti-aircraft salvos. The larger craft pictured flew off without sustaining damage as well. Wow. I don't know what you think about it, but this picture in black and white, which increases the dramatic effect of the image, it makes the picture, the photograph, very strange, very fantastic. We could think it's from an old movie, but this is a real photo, and this is very. It's a bit scary because you can see the little light dots, the light spots on the picture, on the top of the pictures, and a bigger one in the center. Maybe it's only one big UFO with multiple lights, or maybe it's a lot of small UFOs, each one with a light. I don't know, but this photo is very strange. Number 2, McMinnville, Oregon, May the 8th of 1950. The legend, photographed by Paul Trent after his wife spotted a strange object in the sky. These images were published in a local newspaper in McMinnville, Oregon. The photos were later published in the June 26th of 1950 edition of Life magazine. The rest is history. So this is the only information we have about this photo of McMinnville in Oregon. A photo taken by Paul Trent. We can see a dark disc-shaped UFO flying in the sky, floating in the air over the house. Very strange. These cases remained some unexplained cases, and they are still mysteries. Number 3, the Washington DC, the photo taken in Washington DC in July the 19th of 1952, so 2 years later after the previous photo. Early in the history of ufology in the United States, extraterrestrial visitors may made themselves known to the leaders of the free world by allegedly buzzing over the White House, the Capitol building and the Pentagon. Washington National Airport and Andrews Air Force Base picked up a number of UFOs on their radar screens on July the 19th of 1952, beginning a wave of sightings that are still unexplained to this day. This is the photo. So again, more lights in the sky. Number 4. Rosetta, Natal, South Africa, July the 17th of 1956. Wow, there was a lot of UFO sightings in the 50s. So this famous photograph is part of a series of 7 similar images and was taken in the Drakensberg Mountains by a well-respected member of South African society. The photographer maintained the veracity of her sightings for the remainder of her life. She passed away in 1994, so it was a woman who took this photo. Apparently it was from a plane. Taken in South Africa. It was South African Air Force. So this is again a disc-shaped UFO. It seems to be some metallic because it shines. The sun reflects on it, so some metallic cover on the disc-shaped UFO crossing the clouds in the sky and purchased by the jets, maybe. Number 5. Oh, I know this one. It's like a famous plate. Santa Ana, California, August the 3rd of 1965. This photograph was taken by highway traffic engineer Rex Eflin while driving near the Santa Ana freeway. Eflin did not report his sighting. However, his pictures were published by the Santa Ana Register on August the 20th of 1965, and the photos were reportedly confiscated and controversy arose regarding their authenticity. This is strange again. And we can see again the famous disc-shaped, the disc shape, which is typical to the majority of UFO sightings. And we can see the lights and the shadows on the object as the reflection of the sun, the light of the sun on the surface of the UFO. It's very big. That must be very surprising, very astonishing, very stunning when you see it in the sky while you are driving on the freeway. Number 6. A picture of Tulsa, Oklahoma, taken in 1965. A series of strange low-flying objects were reported almost nightly by people of all ages and walks of life across the United States. As the year progressed, the number of these reports rose dramatically. On the night of August the 2nd of 1965, thousands of people in 4 Midwestern states witnessed spectacular aerial displays by large formations of UFOs. And that same night, a multicolored disc was photographed in Tulsa, Oklahoma, as it was observed, performing low-altitude maneuvers. This picture was extensively analyzed, pronounced authentic, and later published by Life magazine. That's very strange. I didn't know this photo, but again, this is a UFO photo taken in the United States. So a lot of UFO reports, UFO sightings reported in the US during the 50s and the 60s. And once again, the Life magazine bought the rights to publish it in its papers. The shape and the colors are very strange. You don't know what it is when you see it in the sky. You don't understand the picture. Number 7. Provo, Utah, July 1966. This one we can see clearly a shape, a dark metallic shape, maybe some triangular shape. The pilot of a twin-engine USAF C-47 Skytrain transport aircraft took this photograph at approximately 11 a.m. on a July morning in 1966 as he was flying over the Rocky Mountains about 40 kilometers southwest of Provo, Utah. The Countdown Committee, a University of Colorado group funded by the United States Air Force to study unidentified flying objects, analyzed the negative and concluded that the photograph depicts an ordinary object thrown in the air. An ordinary object. Many ufologists disagreed with their conclusion, so until now, today, the experts don't know what is it, don't have the explanation of this event in the sky. Is it an ordinary object thrown in the air, or is it a UFO? Does it have alien origins? Once again, an unexplained mystery. An unsolved mystery. Number 8. Woonsocket, Rhode Island, 1967. This daytime photograph of a slightly asymmetrical up-cap-shaped object with a small dome and areole extending from the bottom was taken in East Woonsocket, Rhode Island by Harold Trudell. Trudell also believed he was in mental contact with space people who were sending him telepathic messages to let him know where and when they would appear. The shape of this one is very could be very funny, but it is also strange, very strange, if it's real again. Number 9. Costa Rica, September the 4th of 1971. An official mapping aircraft of the Costa Rican government took this photograph in 1971. The aircraft was flying at an altitude of 10,000 feet over Lago de Cote. An investigation was unable to identify the object as a known aircraft. No earthly criteria have ever been given to explain the object. Debunkers took some stabs at it, but the photograph is still recognized as authentic by most investigators. And once again, some disc shape. Number 10, Apollo 16, Moon, April 16 to 27th, 1967. The UFO is pictured at just right of the top center of the photo. No explanation has been given for the object. It is just behind the astronaut on the moon surface. This photo is also very famous. We don't know if it's a lens flare, but experts still discuss about the authenticity of this phenomenon on the picture. Number 11. Taverne, France, 1974, 1974. This classic image was taken by anonymous French medical doctor in Var, France. Skeptics tried to discredit the picture on the grounds that luminous rays cannot end like this. Normally they do not, however, there are other possible explanations, such as these are not luminous rays at all but light emissions resulting from ionized air. Many still believe the object in the photograph is a UFO. I didn't know this one. And I'm proud that it was in France. Number 12. Waterbury, Connecticut, 1987. This one is well known all around the world, with all the lights. Randy Etting, a commercial airline pilot with over 30 years experience, spent a lot of time looking at the sky. On the night he took this photograph, he had witnessed a number of orange and red lights approaching from the west. He got his binoculars and called his neighbors to come outside. By this time, the object was a great deal closer and seemed to be over 1-84, just east of Etting's home. He reported that the lights were shimmering like distortion from engine heat, but he could hear no sound. As the UFO passed over 1-84, don't know what it means, cars in both the east and westbound lanes began pulling over and stopping, he stated. The UFO displayed a semicircular pattern of very bright multicolored lights. 5 motorists reported that as the object became visible, a number of cars lost power and had to pull off the highway. Number 13. Gulf Breeze, Florida, 1987. In November 1987, the Gulf Breeze Sentinel published a group of UFO photos they had gotten from a local contractor named Ed Walters. Shortly after Walters' photos hit the local newspaper, more UFO photographers came forward with stories or sightings and more images, both still and moving. However, thanks to a subsequent Pensacola News Journal feature by reporter Craig Myers, the Sentinel's coverage was dismissed as uncritical and sensationalist. Using a styrofoam UFO model found in the attic of the house where Walters was living when the Sentinel photos were first published, Myers was able to duplicate the original photos almost shot for shot. Number 14. Oh, this one is known. Petit Rochin, Belgium, 1989. The photographer of this famous Belgian UFO photograph remains anonymous. Taken on an April night during a well-documented UFO wave, the photo shows a triangle-shaped object with lights. As the original photo was too dark for the outline of the object to be seen clearly, it was subsequently enhanced, but that is supposedly the only correction made. Okay? Very beautiful. Number 15. Puebla, Mexico, December 21st, 1944. Carlos Diaz, a photographer with an extensive collection of UFO images, shot this image while taking photos of the eruption of Mount Popocatépetl in Puebla, Mexico. The photo shows a glowing yellowish disc-shaped object with a red hue toward the top and windows on portholes. It has since been authenticated by many photographic experts and published in numerous magazines, newspapers, and books. With all these photos, there is on the 20 photos that we see today, I'm sure that at least one will convince the more skeptical of you that UFO must exist, and maybe some kind of alien life in our universe visiting us on Earth sometimes. Number 16, the Phoenix Lights, Phoenix, Arizona, 1977. This one is very well known all around the world too. This photograph is one of many depicting one of the most publicized UFO events in history. First observed in a hexagram pattern at about 7:30 p.m. over the Superstition Mountains area east of Phoenix, the characteristic 8+1 formation of amber orbs was next seen in two separate arc patterns with trailing lights over the Gila River area at about 9:50 and again at 10 p.m. at the southern edge of Phoenix. Thousands reported seeing these objects and a handful of witnesses videotaped them on camcorders. The Phoenix Lights. Number 17, Taipei, China, 2004. And we ever talked about UFO sightings in China and also UFO sightings over Chinese airports recently in the previous video. Lin Qingjiang, a worker in Hualien County of Taipei, saw what he believed to be a UFO at about 10 p.m. as he was resting outside his home. Lin was quoted as saying that the object, shaped like a large bamboo hat, flew east and west 5 times within 10 minutes, during which time he was able to capture this photo on his cell phone. Number 18, Kaufman, Texas, January the 21st of 2005. The photographer states, "I was out today taking pictures of the chemtrails at 11:35 a.m. I was aiming my camera at a scrawny little cloud. As I was snapping the picture, I noticed a flash in the sky through the viewfinder. When the picture came on the screen, I noticed a gold-colored object at the top of the cloud I had captured also. I looked back where it was, and of course it was gone. I really couldn't tell much of what it might be until I downloaded it to my computer. I zoomed in on it and nearly fell out of my chair. It appears to be a craft of some kind with maybe windows or ports on the right side, maybe some USB port, I don't know. In the middle, it also appears to be emanating a gas or some type of energy field around it, mainly at the top. Number 19, Valparra, Mexico, 2004. This image was taken by Valparra newspaper reporter Manuel Aguirre, who noticed a band of glowing lights in the distance over the city skyline. Maybe it was some kind of Mexican people with a large sombrero with lights. A sombrero hat with lights. No, I'm just joking. And this is a beautiful picture. This photograph has not been debunked yet, and to date is considered legitimate. The unknown object appears to be circular or spherical in shape. And the last, and very beautiful, the number 20, Modesto, California, 2005. It's like a cigar-shaped UFO with lights. The unnamed photographer states, "I noticed some kind of craft toward my left that appeared from behind a tree in our front yard. I rapidly rotated my camera on its mount and took one picture. There were several brilliant lights that surrounded this craft. it was impossible to make out the shape of the craft because the lights were so brilliant. The lights did not strobe or flash as a normal aircraft array would. Each light glowed with the same intensity and color as a sodium vapor type street lamp. That's very strange, very strange. It allows us to make some good brief on the best 20 UFO sightings, the best 20 photos of UFOs in the world in the last 60 years in our human history, and that's very good selection. Okay guys, this is now the end of this amazing video on Section 51. I hope you liked it as I liked, because there was in the selection there was some pictures that I didn't know, I must admit, and it was very interesting to discover it with you by recording the video. So it was a good opportunity to discover these new pictures, however these unknown pictures for me, but the other, it was a good way to classify and to order, to organize all these photos in a good selection, a qualitative selection. So thanks to the author of this article, because it was a very good article. So I hope you liked this video. If you liked it, don't forget to share the video, to talk about it with your friends or with people who are passionate with UFOs, with this subject. Don't forget to leave your comments below the video. I want to know your reactions. Did you know all these photos? Were you witnesses of UFO sightings, and do you have photos? You can send them to Section 51. I would be very happy to share some photos here on the channel, or maybe on Facebook. And next time, next video, okay? So that was very, very good, very interesting. As always, I would say on Section 51. So guys, thank you for watching. Stay safe, live long and prosper. Of course, keep watching Section 51. This was DozGeek. Bye bye. Have a nice day or a nice evening. Bye bye now.